Hey Jay, thank you so much for joining us for day two of our demos at the Ignite booth this year. We spent a lot of time with day one talking big picture, what is Azure Local, all kinds of things like that. And for day two, we really want to focus in on the reality of once customers have all of these clusters deployed, and in cases, many clusters deployed, how do they actually go about managing these things? Because I think for many, many years, folks have depended on some of our suites of tooling like System Center tools to do these things. And we're really at that new point in life where customers are moving more and more toward Azure for their management experience and specifically Azure Arc. So, do you mind taking a couple minutes and talking to us a little bit about some of the work that your team has been doing around improving that Azure local monitoring experience?
Yeah, I'm glad to connect. Thanks for the opportunity, Ellen. So, yeah, I'll talk about efficiently monitoring for the fleet of clusters and how we can use Copilot for troubleshooting alerts. So, what does an infrastructure admin do? Like first thing in the morning, he navigates to the all systems page. He checks out all the Azure local instances. From there, he drills into each of the cluster, which has maybe alerts or warnings, and like he checks out the monitoring tabs. That's the thing they have been doing, right?
Mhm.
But this is very tedious when you have like hundreds of clusters for our bigger customers. So today we are introducing multi-cluster performance metrics workbook. Let's get into it. Over here, you have a time range facility of you can see the time range up to 30 days. You can filter based on resource groups. And most importantly, you can filter for all the clusters or only set of 5 to 7 clusters which you want. We have storage performance metrics, we have network performance metrics, we have compute metrics. In storage, we have volume usage, VHD, physical disk, and it's literally each and everything which a admin would need. And the most interesting part of this is all free because we got a lot of inputs from our customers that insights is something which is paid and they need something which is at no cost. So
That's
yeah.
that's amazing. And this is some substantial amount of work that you guys have done here because I know I've played around with trying to set all of this up and it can be extremely complex. So this is a really awesome view right here you're showing.
I know, right? And at no cost. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. Yeah. So we have network metrics too, and we have compute metrics too. In compute, we have memory metrics and CPU metrics. We have total CPU percentage, host CPU, and VM CPU usage. Oh, sometimes you get an error like this chart has more than 10,000 points, but yeah. So in VM CPU usage, you see that, Toronto's cluster VM CPU usage is, rising and it's
Mm-hmm.
going very high. And we need to figure out now why is the reason behind all this. So let's introduce you single cluster performance metrics. So similarly to multi-cluster performance metrics, you have more or less same sorts of graphs, but then at a node level, at a VM level. And that is also super important, right? And again, this is also free of cost. So let's directly get into the compute part of it. And if we see the VM CPU usage graph, oh, I'm sorry, I don't think I changed it to 7 days. We need to keep it in order so that we can get a good understanding. Yeah.
For sure.
So in Toronto's cluster, VM3 is the one uh, which is leading to the rise in VM CPU usage. And other than that, the other four VMs are in line. So now, if we want to, understand, if we want to, yeah, like set an alert, uh, to see if, it goes beyond a threshold in which we can't manage the CPU or which we can lead into any failover situation. To avoid that, we set an alert, we put the threshold at 600. And due to the time constraint, we are not going, we will directly get into how we can troubleshoot this alert using Copilot, if that's okay. So yeah, on Copilot, this is the list of alerts fired for us in last 24
Mm-hmm.
24 hours, and Now we just ask Copilot, like, can you troubleshoot the available memory error? And then he reconfirms with us about the if that's the right resource. This is a mobile resource. And boom, you get a good understanding based on the alert response and the logs present, like how you can troubleshoot the error. Isn't that cool?
That is really awesome and a huge improvement over what I think we've all been struggling with, and a lot of work obviously done by your team to get us to this point. But the ability to bring free workbooks in, the ability to leverage those workbooks to trigger specific alerts, and then to use those investments in Copilot to actually drill down into the details of the alert and help remediate. I think that's going to help a lot of our customers to feel a little bit more confident around how they're going to manage at the scale they need to manage from the Azure control plane and the Azure Arc experience. So this has been really great, Jay. Really appreciate you showcasing all of this work that you guys have done this year to us so that our folks at Ignite and beyond can really understand the investments Microsoft is continuing to make in supporting Azure local deployments at scale.
Yeah, this is great, and we hope to, get more customers, and we hope to build a better monitoring experience moving ahead. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you so much.